Good morning, children, and welcome to the class. This is class 6, subject SSC, chapter number 2, History. On the trail of the earliest people. This is the name of the chapter. This is our lecture number 1 of this chapter. On the trail of the earliest people. Here, trail means nishan or mark. So, we will be learning about the earliest people. The people who lived nearly 2 million years ago. Who were they? What type of task were they performing? Or how were they living? All these things about the earliest people we will be learning in this chapter. This is very easy chapter. Listen very carefully. Now the topics to be covered, they are in this lecture. They are hunter-gatherers, movement of earliest people, choosing the place to live in, uses of stone tools, techniques of making stone tools. So these topics we will be covering in today's lecture. First, hunter-gatherers, in which we will learn who were they. Movement of earliest people, in which we will learn the reason why were the earliest people moving from one place to another. Choosing the place to live in means we will be learning where the people in earliest time were living, what type of places they were choosing for living. Next, uses of stone tools. As they were using the stone tools, the tools those were made up of stone. So, what uses were there of those stone tools for those earliest people? Techniques of making stone tools means how were they making those stone tools? So, let's start the topics one by one. Hunter-gatherers. Hunters. What does it mean? Basically, the people who hunted animals, they were known as hunters. The people who hunted animals, they were known as hunters. Or do you know, the hunting was not an easy task. It was really very much difficult and dangerous also. So for that task, they had to be very much alert, quick, and they had the presence of mind. The reason? Because the different animals to whom they were hunting, they were very much faster than us and they were stronger than us, and even some of them were very much dangerous. So for hunting those type of animals, they had to be alert, quick, and they had presence of mind so that they could make themselves safe from those dangerous animals. So the main task done by the earliest people near about 2 million years ago, it was hunting and gathering. So first hunter we have done, hunting the task done by hunters, and hunter the people those hunted animals, and as we have done that it was not an easy task, they had to be very much alert, quick, and they had the presence of mind so that they could make themselves safe from those dangerous animals. The next is gatherers. This we have covered in the chapter number 1 also. People who gathered the thing from forest like fruits, vegetables, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, etc. These people were gathering different forest produce. So they were known as gatherers. Now these people, they were having the knowledge about the plants because that was really important. They were having the knowledge of different parts of the plants, that which parts of the plants were edible, because some of the plants there in forest were having poison also. So it was really important for those people, those who were gathering the different parts of the plant, that they could have the knowledge of edible parts of the plants. They were also having the knowledge of seasons. That was also important for having the knowledge of season, because different fruits, they are having the different ripen period. So if they were having that knowledge that which fruit could ripen in which time period or in which seasons, So that was really easy for them to move from one place to another for collecting those particular fruits from plants. So they were having the knowledge of seasons, and they had the knowledge about the plants, that which parts of the plants were edible, so that they were safe for them. So gatherers, the people who gathered the things from forest like fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, vegetables, etc. And they were also the people those had the knowledge about the different parts of plants, and even they had the knowledge of the seasons also, so that they could move from one place to another according to that season. Now, the next topic is movement of earliest people. Those earliest people, why were they were on movement? Means why were they moving from one place to another? The first reason, they moved from place to place in search of food, as if they were hunting constantly at one place and gathering food constantly at the same particular place, so all the resources would be exhausted, or you can say all the resources would be finished from that particular place. So that's, and at that time they were not having the knowledge of growing crops even. So that was really important and necessary for those people to move from one place to another in search of food. Because if they were living on the same particular place, so the resources present there on that presented there on that particular place, they would be exhausted or finished. So that's why they were moving from one place to another. The second reason, they followed the animals. As we have done, they were hunters. So for hunting, they were moving after the animals. So they followed the animals, that's why they moved from one place to another. The third reason, they moved in search of plants and trees for fruits. As we discussed that different fruits, they are having the different ripen period. So at that time also, the different plants, they were having the different type of fruits, and the ripen period was different. So that's why they moved from one place to another in search of plants and trees for their fruits. The fourth reason, they moved in search of water. As water is essential part of our life, so they were living near the water resources. And the water resources, there are two categories of water resources for the different natural resources like rivers and lakes. One is perennial and second is seasonal. Perennial, in perennial resources, the water remain for throughout the year, means they do not dry. But the seasonal resources, they have the water in particular season. So the different resources, whenever they dried up at particular place, they moved from that place in search of water. So the fourth reason, as we discussed, they moved in search of water from one place to another. The next is, they also traveled to meet their relatives. So the reasons for movement of earliest people, they moved from one place to another in search of food. They followed the animals as they were hunters. That's why they moved from one place to another. They moved in search of plants and trees for fruits, as they were having different ripen period. They moved in search of water, because if seasonal resources are there, so when they dried up, they moved from that place. They also traveled to meet their relatives. So these were the reasons for moving from one place to another for these earliest people. The next thing, choosing the place to live in, means what type of places they were choosing to live in. As they were hunter gatherers, so they were having the different type of tools with them for hunting animals, and tools they were having, basically those were made up of stones. So they were living at the places where stones were available. So the two different type of things were dependent, that near water resources as they needed water, and second near the stone availability, where the fine quality of stone, or you can say good quality of stone, was available. They were searching those places so that they could make different tools for hunting animals. And second, the water resources, definitely it was very important. Now the three different places are described there in the chapter. One is habitation. Habitation refers to the place where people lived, means the living place. The another that was given, that factory, means the place where they were making stone tools. Different archaeologists, they found the different flecks of stone, different type of bones at these type of sites, so they could know that these were the factory sites. And the third, habitation cum factory. They assumed that the places or the sites where they were living for a longer time. They were living there and they were making different tools also. So these three types of the places are described there in the chapter. Habitation refers to the place where people lived, means the living place. Factory site where they were making different tools, stone tools. And habitation cum factory, the place where they lived for the longer time. So these three types of the places are described there, those they have used for living. And the places they had chosen near the water resources and near the stone availability, because these two were the really necessity of that time. The next topic is stone tools. As we discussed that they were having their sites, their habitation near the stone. So here different type of stones are shown in this picture. If you see the first one in bigger size, and then second part the little bit smaller, third then smaller than that, and last one they are really very much smaller and sharpen also. So what they are showing, that in starting the earliest people were using the first type of stone tools, because at that time they did not have any knowledge of making stone tools. But slowly and gradually, as time passed, they started making the shapes of those stone tools. And slowly and gradually, at last, they were using those tools. Those were very much sharpened, so that they were having the different work. Those were done by these stone tools. That also we will discuss. So these were the stone tools that dependent on the different time period. The starting period, when they were not having any knowledge, as it is they were using, then they started making them sharpen, and they started giving them shapes, and then they started attaching them with the handles also. So these were some stone tools that were used by the earliest people. Now the uses of stone tools, means how were they using the tools those were made up of stone. Stone tools were used to cut meat, as they were hunters, so they were eating meat. So for cutting that meat, they were using those sharp stone tools. Scrap bark from trees, means to take out the barks from trees, they were using stone tools. Chop fruits and roots. Chop means cut. So for cutting fruits and roots, they were using stone tools, because at that time they were not having the different tools that at present we are having, like knives, scissors. They were not having. So they were doing all these tasks by using their stone tools. Hunt animal. So they were using to hunt animals. The use of stone tools we add there. For hunting animals also they were using. Dig the ground. to take out different roots for eating. So these were some of the uses of stone tools for the earliest people. Even one of the example that is given there in your book, that for stitching the skin of animals for making cloth, they were using these stone tools. Those were really pointed one. The pointed stone tools they were using for stitching the skin of animals for their clothes. So these were the different uses of stone tools for earliest people. Cut meat, scrap bark from trees, chop fruits and roots, hunt animals, to dig the ground. Now the next topic is techniques of making stone tools. So how were they making the stone tools? Here two techniques are described. The first one is stone on stone. So in this technique, how were they making stone tool? What they were doing, one stone used as hammer on others. Means here what they were doing, the one stone from which the tool was to be made was held in one hand, and another stone that was used as hammer, that was held in the another hand, and it was used to strike off the flax from the first one. It means the two stones they were using, in one hand they were holding the stone from which the stone tool they had to make, and in another hand they were having the another stone that was working as hammer. So they were using that hammer to strike off the flax, means extra part of that particular stone. To remove that, they were using that hammer stone. So this technique was known as stone on stone, in which one stone used as hammer on other. The second technique, that was pressure flaking, in which what was there, core stone. Here core stone means the stone from which the tool was prepared. Core stone placed on a firm surface, and hammer stone was used to remove flax. So what were they doing? On a firm surface, they were keeping the core stone from which they were having the stone tool, and the another stone they were using as hammer. So here why the name is given there pressure, because pressure was given there from the firm surface and from the hammer. So that's why its name is pressure flaking, in which by pressure they were removing the flax from the core stone, and they were giving the shape to that core stone as a tool. So these were two techniques that they used for making stone tools. One is stone on stone, second is pressure flaking. So I hope you understood these topics, in which we have included hunter-gatherers, the meanings, and the what type of qualities they were having. Then we have done the stone tool. Then we have done, after stone tools, that those stone tools, how were they using? Means the uses of stone tools in our earliest time. Then techniques of making those stone tools. Very easy topics these were. So I hope you have understood. Now it's turn for the homework. Homework for today that you will do in your fair register. Question number 1. Why did hunter-gatherers travel from place to place? Here you have to describe what were the reasons that hunter-gatherers travel from one place to another. Why did they travel? Second is, list 2 techniques that were used to make stone tools. That also we discussed now. So you have to write here the techniques those were used by earliest people for making stone tools. And the third is, how were stone tools used in the past? So the stone tools that they were using, that they made by 2 techniques. So How were they using those stone tools? These you have to attempt there in your fear register. Thank you and have a nice day.